Today is International Women's Day, a perfect time to reflect on the journey of women's rights in Ukraine. Kiev Rus. In the era of Kiev Rus, women had certain rights that were unusual for the time. They could own property, inherit land, and even rule. Take Olga of Kiev, who led the state after her husband's death. However, women's roles in marriage were often dictated by political and financial interests, with daughters married off for strategic reasons. If widowed, a woman could be forced into a convent, losing much of her autonomy. Cossack era. During the Cossack period, women had a significant influence on family affairs and business. Many women managed large estates. However, despite their active role in economic life, women were still excluded from political leadership and military positions, which remained strictly male domains. 19th century. The 19th century marked a turning point, with Ukrainian women demanding their rights more openly. Figures like Natalia Kobrenska, who founded one of the first feminist organizations, fought for women's right to education and social equality. But higher education for women remained rare, and literary works exploring female independence, like those by Olga Kobylyanska, were criticized for challenging traditional gender norms. Soviet era. The Soviet regime granted women legal rights, such as the right to vote, work in traditionally male-dominated fields, and participate in politics. On paper, equality had been reached. However, the reality was far from ideal. Women were still expected to balance full-time jobs with household responsibilities, creating the so-called double shift. At the same time, the Soviet state co-opted and distorted feminist movements. March 8th, originally a day of protest for women's rights, was transformed into a holiday celebrating femininity, beauty, and motherhood, stripping it of its political meaning. Even today, many women in post-Soviet spaces hear cliches about being the ornament of the workplace or the gentle force that inspires men, reducing them to decorative and supporting roles rather than recognizing them as equal individuals. Modern Ukraine. Today, Ukrainian women have full legal rights and are increasingly visible in politics, business, and the military. Yet, challenges remain. Gender pay gaps persist, domestic violence is still a pressing issue, and women continue to face barriers to leadership roles. While progress has certainly been made, there's still a lot of work to be done.